Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a look at my October 2023 TBR. If you're interested in seeing what books I want to read this month, please stick around. As I said in my introduction, this video is going to be my October 2023 TBR. Just like last month, I'm being a little overzealous with my TBR. For the majority of this year, I've kept my TBRs shorter and I found that that works really well for me. It allows me to mood read a lot in between books that are on my TBR. It allows me to still feel accomplished by completing my TBR. But in September, I did put 10 books on my TBR and I have done the same for October. I don't know that I'm going to get to all 10 of these books, and I'm okay with not getting to all 10 of these books, but a lot of them were books that I very purposefully and intentionally want to read this month, so we'll see what happens. The first book that I'm going to talk about is actually my Instagram challenge book for October 2023. Every month of the year, I try to read one book that was recommended to me by someone on Instagram. And for the month of October, that book is going to be Long Bright River. I did not know what this book looked like. I had never heard of this book before. I have since seen the cover, and it is giving me mystery thriller vibes, but I actually have not looked up the genre of this book even. I do like to go into books blind. I intentionally don't like to read a summary or a synopsis of a book before I read it. So excited for this one though, based on what the cover looked like. The next book that we're going to talk about is going to be the book of poetry that I read for October 2023. This year, I set out to do a couple of different reading challenges, one of which was to read a book of poetry every month of the year. And for October, I have chosen Healing for No One But Me by Jennae Cecelia. I think I wanted to choose this one for October because of the color on the cover. This is giving me major fall energy. There's a really cute picture on the front with a little A-frame cabin and some evergreen trees. So I'm definitely getting fall winter vibes from this, and I'm excited to give this a read. The next book that we're going to talk about is actually a physical ARC that I received from Sourcebooks Casablanca. So thank you to them for sending this to me. And that is Witches Get Stuff Done by Molly Harper. I am excited to give this a read. I read one Halloween or like fall specific romance last year and I actually really loved it. So October, I definitely wanted to make sure that I read at least one other one. So I was very excited to get this in the mail and I'm really excited to give it a read. This is coming out, oh, it already came out September 5th, 2023. So you could definitely pick this up if you're inclined to pick up a kind of Halloween witchy style romance. The next is another Halloween witchy style romance, and this is one that I've actually had for a while. I've been wanting to read it since last year, and that is the Ex Hex by Erin Sterling. So last October, the Halloween witchy themed romance that I read was The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling, and I loved it. Like, I absolutely loved it. And when I finished it, I immediately wanted to pick this up and read it, but it was already in November. And so I decided to hold off on reading this and treat myself to reading it in October 2023. I'm so glad that I did. I've been looking forward to reading this for months and months, so I'm very excited that it's finally October and I can finally pick this up. The next two books are physical ARCs that I received. Well, I shouldn't say physical ARCs. One of them is a physical review copy of a book that's already out, and the other one is a physical ARC. They are both from Sourcebooks Casablanca, so thank you again to them for these, and they are part of a series, and that is Eyes on Me and Give Me More by Cate. So Eyes on Me is the second book in the Salacious Players Club series, and Give Me More is the third book in the Salacious Players Club series. I read the first book in the series, Praise, during September, and so I really want to get to both Eyes on Me and Give Me More in the month of October. Again, Eyes on Me is already out, so you can pick this up if you're curious. I will tell you that the first book in the series revolved around an age gap romance, more taboo sexual topics. The Salacious Players Club is a sex club, and so I'm assuming that all different characters that own or are involved in the business of that club are each going to get an individual book. And so it's a little bit more risque sexual content, I guess you could say, at least in the first one. And I'm assuming the rest of them are going to be like that. But Eyes on Me is already out. Give Me More is going to be on sale November 7th. So I want to read this in the month of October. That way I can post a review before it comes out. This whole series, I should say, is available on Kindle Unlimited. I think that it just got picked up by more traditional publishing, and they've put different covers on the front. If you read it on Kindle Unlimited, there are men on the cover of each book, which I hate covers like that. So I'm really glad that they came out with new covers for the traditional publishing, but definitely curious about these. And then the next book is another physical ARC that I received. I am not sure if I'm going to get to this one this month. It doesn't come out for a while, but I wanted to put it on my TBR for October in the hopes of definitely getting to it before it gets published, and that is Mercury by Emmy Jo Burns. This book comes out in January 2024. I certainly want to get to it before January 2024. I did read the back cover because I had no idea what this was about. I had not heard anything about this. So yeah, I'm definitely curious about this. The next book on my TBR is one I am very excited for. Just like I want to read one book of poetry every month this year, I am trying to read a mystery thriller style book every month in 2023. And the book that I chose for October is Hallowe'en Party by Agatha Christie. So I have never read an Agatha Christie book before. I have been wanting to pick up something from Agatha Christie all year long, knowing that her stuff is mystery thriller, and I have this mystery thriller challenge going on, but I was continually sidelined in doing that by other books. And when I saw that she had a book called Hallowe'en Party, there was no way that I could resist reading it in October. I also was really excited to learn that this book got made into a film. The film is called A Haunting in Venice. It actually says it on the cover of this edition of the book. And I have seen the trailer for the movie, and it has so many incredible actors in it, but it looks scary as heck. So I would love to see the movie, but I'm not a scary movie person, and I'm hoping that reading the book will make me feel more comfortable with seeing the movie because I'm going to know what's coming. That being said, I purchased this version of the book from a bookstore in the UK. I was able to get it fairly cheap with free shipping, and I just couldn't resist it. Like, this cover is gorgeous. The foil is gorgeous. The back is absolutely stunning. So I'm super excited that I was able to get my hands on this version of it. And then the last book on my TBR for October 2023 is one that I really, really want to get to this month because the film version of this book is coming out in November. I'm pretty positive. And that is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. This is, of course, a prequel to the Hunger Games series. I loved the Hunger Games when I read it. I think I read it in college, and I loved the movies when they came out. I saw all of them in the theater. And so I'm definitely very intrigued and interested in giving this a read. I've heard that this is about President Snow when he was younger in his teenage years. So I think that'll definitely give some interesting context to see how he becomes the adult villain that he becomes in the Hunger Games series. So I definitely want to get to this month. And that is going to be it with my October 2023 TBR. Again, a lot of these books I'm like super, super excited to read this month. I'm really pumped about the 2 Halloween witchy romances that I have on my TBR. I'm super excited about the Agatha Christie book. And I'm really excited to get to some of the ARCs that I received physical copies of. If you have read any of these books and could leave me some spoiler-free thoughts down below, I would love that, especially about Halloween Party. If anybody has read Halloween Party, please tell me if it was good, and please tell me if it was really, really scary, because I'm a little nervous about that. And as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.